This is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay, creator of the Mighty Mascots, and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. And I'm here with another comic review. Before we get into that, just a reminder that Mighty Mascots number 10 still in demand on Indiegogo. We have gone to press, which is awesome. I should be getting proofs very soon. And then hopefully we can approve everything and just get it all printed and sent to me. And then we'll start the fulfillment process, which will be awesome. Also, I just added, if you look in the updates tab, you can have a chance to win one of 5 sketch cards by artist DC Miller. All you need to do to enter that contest is buy any physical perk, and one will be added randomly to, I'll probably use a number generator to try to, just randomly assign out the cards to people. But yeah, it'd be really cool. So check that out. That is still ongoing right now. And also a reminder, PlasticCityComicCon happening August 23rd, Saturday, $10 admission, free parking, kids 12 and under free. We just announced Eisner Award-winning writer Philip Kennedy Johnson will be with us. Cannot wait to see him, and it's going to be a great show as always. So check that out as well. All right. Moving on, this week I am reviewing Freddie the Fix #1. This is published by Image Comics. It is under the 9th Circle imprint. The writer on this is Garth Ennis. The artist is Mike Perkins. Colorists are Mike Spicer, Andy Troy, and Rob Steen as the letterer, logo designer, and production. And there's also Joe Pruitt as the editor. And there's incentive covers by both Mike Spicer and Marcelo Fruzen. All right. So with this, I don't like to spoil storylines, so I will read the synopsis off the back of the book. A twisted horror tale from Garth Ennis, the legendary creator of The Boys and Preacher, and Mike Perkins, Batman First Night and Swamp Thing. Hollywood After Dark, werewolves, vampires, zombies, aliens, boogeymen, predators, and things. They all have their kinks and they all get in deep shit. They all call Freddie to fix it. The horror-skewed intersection of The Boys and Ray Donovan, the debut offering from 9th Circle, the creator-owned, creator-driven horror showcase of standalone, bone-chilling tales of terror and mayhem. All right, so that's the synopsis from the back of the book. And so let me just give you a quick critique. The story's great. I liked it a lot. I guess my only critique of it was that it wasn't enough. I wanted more from it. It reads like a very good pilot to a TV show where it sets up all the pieces in the world, but by the time it's over, you kind of want to dive more into the world. So I guess that would be my one critique of it, is that I didn't get enough from it. But I really like the premise here. It reminded me a lot more. I know they reference The Boys, which I could see a little bit as far as the inside man aspect of it. I've never watched Ray Donovan, but I imagine this is sort of, from what I've heard about Ray Donovan, it's more like that than it is The Boys. But what it reminded me more of was actually the comic book from Dark Horse, Criminal Macabre, the Cal McDonald mysteries. That's what it reminded me more of, where, there's this Hollywood, LA, and there's this underground element to it where monsters are real. And that's sort of the same thing with Cal McDonald, except I think Cal McDonald is more the hard drinking, detective, whereas Freddie the Fix is more like the Harvey Keitel character from Pulp Fiction. You call him in and he cleans up messes. And it's really cool. They went into all the different aspects of this reality, all the different monsters you find and all the different sides of LA and Hollywood. And that's what was good about it. It doesn't give you enough. It leaves you wanting more, which I guess is a good thing. Now it's billed as a one shot, so I don't know if they're going to do more of this specific character. But I guess this Ninth Circle imprint is a new imprint within Image, and they're doing like horror one shot stories. And the good thing about it that I like is the book is like that perfect bound magazine size. It looks like they're trying to emulate sort of the Distillery look. And if Distillery has more of the prestige format, this is more like it's like the heavier stock that they use on the coloring books for the covers. That's what this reminds me of. And it's trimmed at a weird size. So they're saying on the website that it's 8.5 by 10 and almost 11 inches. So it does look like almost like the size of a normal piece of paper. But it's cool. It definitely stands out on the shelf. And it actually has a blurb on it too from Stephen King. It says that it's crazy good. So wonder if he actually read this or if they just got a blurb from him or not. But yeah, it's good. It's solid. It's just, I want more from it. So hopefully this is not the last we'll see of Freddie the Fix. The artwork I really want to talk about by Mike Perkins. I'm not familiar. I was not familiar with Mike's work until recently. Like, he worked on a lot of books that I never picked up. Like, he worked on Stephen King's The Stand. Oh, actually, maybe that's how they got the Stephen King blurb. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, but anyways, he worked on the Stephen King's The Stand adaptation that Marvel did a handful of years ago. And he also worked on Swamp Thing, the most recent version from the New 52. I believe. No, it was after the New 52. It was the Rebirth stuff. Or was it after? It might be after Rebirth. I don't know. I didn't pick up that run, so I'm not sure. It's the one that Ram V wrote. And I think he worked on X-Men and stuff, so I never had any interaction with his artwork. But then I picked up a series, a 3-issue Black Label series of Batman. It was called The First Night. And I was like, man, where did this guy come from? The artwork is so good. I'll paste some pages here for you guys to see. It's just very gritty is the best way I can describe the artwork, but it's really drawn well. And it's perfect for a book like Freddie the Fix when you want to show like a very gritty Hollywood, LA kind of style. And as you can see in these pages, it's really, really awesome. I went to Mike Perkins' website just to look around. He has some awesome pieces there. So if you like his artwork, go to his site and check it out. He's got a lot of pages for sale. I mean, they're pricey though. I looked for my favorite page from Batman First Night and it was gone, of course. It's this awesome page where Batman's coming through a skylight. And, it just looks cool. And I recommend that story if you haven't read it. It takes place like within the same week that Batman first appeared in Detective Comics. So it's set in that continuity where Batman still looked like, still looked like he did in Detective, didn't have a lot of money, things like that. It was great. It's great story. Dan Jurgens wrote it. I'm going to definitely dip into the trade paperback when I see that really cheap because it was a great run. It's worth having too. And the bigger artwork that they're using for these prestige formats, especially on Freddie the Fix and Batman the First Night, are really, really highlight the artwork of Mike Perkins. So highly recommend that. Other things about it, the lettering is solid. Rob Steen is a great letterer. I've seen him on a bunch of other stuff. It's colors look good. They complement the story. It's a little pricey. The cover price is $7.99. You are paying for a bigger format. And it also, if I had to guess, it has about 40 to 45 pages in there of story. And then there's also a preview for their next Ninth Circle release. So it seems like they got a bunch of creators working on different releases and they're going to do one-shots. It's probably a good way to go. I mean, if you can get a whole story out in one shot. I will say this one feels like I would have liked to see a series of this. I would like to see where this goes, or do a series of miniseries, kind of like what Cal McDonald was doing for the longest time. They have a bunch of those, enough to fill like 3 or 4 omnibuses. So I would love to see Freddie the Fix miniseries. So we'll see. Maybe Image. Hopefully the sales are good. I mean, Garth Ennis is a great creator. Always has been. Been a fan of him since the Preacher Hellblazer days. And I've kept up with his career ever since. So anything he puts out, I'm like, I definitely want to check out. He also put out a new one from Ninth Circle recently called Kids, I believe, which I showcased on one of my recommendation videos. So I'm going to get that soon, and I'll probably review that one as well. But thumbs up for Freddie the Fix. I think if you're a fan of Garth Ennis, if you're a fan of Ray Donovan, if you're a fan of monsters and them living in society like like Cal McDonald or something like that, or Hellboy, things like that, I think you'll like this book. It's good horror. It's got a lot of good gross moments in it. It's definitely a solid book. So check that out. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out this review. Like, subscribe, share as always, and join us every other Monday for our live streams. Me, Johnny, and Harry get together to interview creators and talk about conventions that we've gone to and comics we're making, all that fun stuff. And wrestling gets popped up in there a lot. So if you like wrestling, we talk about that quite a bit as well. So check that out. And most importantly, everybody, read some comics. All right, have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Good night for a title change.